So after the craziness that was WrestleMania weekend, I've taken a little break, recharged a little bit, and today I'm coming at you with a review for one of the most promising new wrestling TV shows out there in the world right now. Hello and welcome to FTTR. I am Ewan McQuaid, and today I am talking about Deep Heat. Now, Deep Heat is a show on ITV here in the UK, ITV Hub, I believe. I don't think it airs live, but I binged the whole thing. So yeah, ITV Hub, I guess. Now, Deep Heat is the story of Holly, who runs a wrestling promotion called Boss Pro Wrestling here in the UK. It's sort of like a small independent. They do community centres, they do like bingo halls, sort of an indie scene. It seems like this is really taking influence from Paige's family, WWE superstar Paige's family, as they were followed in Fighting With My Family, the big movie with The Rock. But it's a lot more comedic. You know, it's got that British humour in there, which, of course, we love. Now, overall, did I think this show delivered? Do I think it's a good Well, I said in my intro, so I'm kind of being disingenuous if I build up this hype. Yes, this was good. This was a really, really fun watch for me. It's 6 episodes, half an hour each, and it's just really fun. It's really fun, and it's a bit deeper than you think it might be. So the main character is Holly, who is played by, I'm going to try and pronounce this right, I believe it's Johanna James, and she is sort of the focal point of the entire show. It's her relationship with Jack and with, Nick Nitro, her brother, and with her mother, who used to run the promotion. She is the anchor for the show, and she's really, really great in this. I think she captures both the sort of excitement and the adrenaline rush that comes with putting together some of these last minute shows and scenarios, and she also captures the human side because she is hard of hearing. I don't believe she's deaf in the show, and she's got a hearing aid, and that plays into a lot of the story, particularly episode 4. Yes, episode 4 I think is the best episode of the show. It deals with Jack, who deals with social anxiety, and it deals with Holly, and their relationship is the through line of that episode. And that episode to me stood out as one of the most powerful, maybe not the funniest, but certainly one of the most interesting. I think the funniest episode of the show is episode 3, which deals with the tour of, I think it's called Pumpkins in the show. But it's like Butlins, it's Centre Parks, it's all these family locations. Families go and do things. They go on a bike or something like that. I don't know, I've never been. But it was really fun. That episode was really funny. And I just think the ensemble cast altogether is great. Like I said, Johanna James is fantastic as Holly. I think Max Oleska, I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names, is terrific as Jack as well. But let's talk about Nick Nitro himself. Coronation Street's own Richard Frischman. He's brilliant in this. He plays one of the most detestable people I think I've ever seen in any sitcom ever. Nick Nitro is an absolute prick, and I think he captures it so well. There's almost no redeeming qualities to him. He is just a bellend, a complete and utter bellend. So props to him. He went all in for this, and I think a lot of the actors really went all in on the wrestling part, because the sequences in the show that deal with wrestling matches are really fun. It starts off in the first episode by establishing wrestling's features and putting together matches, putting together storylines. There's some really cool bits in the Butlins episode which deals with putting together storylines. I thought that bit was great, and it was insanely fun, an insanely fun watch. And I think it's one of the strongest ensemble casts. I think the cast dynamic really makes this show work. Everyone plays their part. Maybe not everyone gets their bit of development. Like I said, Nick Nitro doesn't really get a lot of development. I'm trying to think. The lady from My Mad Fat Diary that I've never actually seen. Bertha Bertha, played by the fantastic Sharon Rooney. Yes, she's great. She's really good in the show, but she doesn't get as much development. It's really Jack and Holly. They're the two focal points of the story, and it works. It works. Their romance as well is peppered in there as well. It doesn't pay off at the end of this season, but there's always potential for season 2. And my main issue, especially with binging it, is that I don't think the finale... I like the way the finale... Spoilers, by the way. Spoilers right across my face. So for the last episode shows what happened before the first episode. It shows the dissolution, de-evolution, one of those words, of Boss Pro Wrestling when Nick left, which I thought was really good. I think that's a really interesting episode to end with. However, it doesn't really leave you on a satisfying conclusion for the rest of the series, because episode 5 sets up Slamageddon, which must be a season 2 arc. It was the ending that it just felt a little bit anticlimactic. The flashback episode felt like a penultimate episode to get the big payoff. I don't know if there were constraints, I don't know if filming was cut short or anything like that, but it was a little bit of a flat ending. I'm praying that we get a season 2, because I'd love to see more of these characters. I'd love to see where they go. I'd love to see maybe a bit more development for Nick. Maybe we get a bit more backstory on him. Nick is great in this show. Just great. I'm just going to gush about Nick. He's one of the best wrestling heels, and he's a fictional wrestler in a sitcom. It's fantastic. He's absolutely fantastic. I lost track, but yes, the ending a little bit anticlimactic. So I'm hoping we get a season 2. Please, ITV, give us a season 2. This is my plea. Give us a season 2 of Deep Heat, because we are lacking that. Wrestling's not shown as much on TV. I get we've got Heels with Stephen Amell. We had Glow. That's finished. Give us this. You got rid of World of Sport. Let us have this. Let's have a season 2 of Deep Heat. Overall, I would give this series a solid 4 out of 5. I think it's really worth checking out. It's an easy binge, and yeah, you'll get good laughs, good character development, and good characters overall. So yeah, check out Deep Heat on ITV Hub. Let me know your thoughts on the show down in the comments below, and I'll try and reply to every single one of you. Thank you all ever so much for your support, and have a nice day.